Good morning. Thank you for having me here today. It's a pleasure to be here. As current or potential business owners, I think that you're all interested in making money, right? What business owner is not interested in making money? We want it. That's why we're in business. We need to make a living and we want to make money. What if I told you that there is a way to make money, more money, by not focusing on making the money, by focusing on your employees, your ethics, your values, your interaction with the community? That you can make money by not focusing on these things, but you can make more money by indirect attention to making money. I think you'd be interested to know that there's studies that show that $1 invested in 1993 in a portfolio of high sustainable, ethical, socially responsible companies, $1 invested in 1993, by 2010 that same dollar would have been worth $22.60. Compared to the same dollar invested at the same time in a completely different portfolio of low sustainable, not socially conscious, ethical, or responsible companies. That dollar would have still grown. By the end of 2010, it would have achieved the value of $15.40. Tremendous growth. However, the high sustainable portfolio grew by $7.20 more per dollar, the value of the dollar. That's 46% more valuable on a dollar for dollar basis than the low sustainable company. You can make more money by focusing on being more ethical. The evidence truly does suggest that socially and culturally responsible companies, number one, they're more profitable. Number two, they become desired places to work. How amazing is that? Would you not love to have employees knocking on your door to come to work for you? Would you not love to have to make a choice rather than recruiting and spending all of the money on that? The other thing is that every other person, every other entity, your customers, your suppliers, other people in general, they want to partner with socially and ethically responsible companies. In general, people want to be involved. They want part of what you represent. Robert Eccles, in his 2011 article, The Impact of Corporate Culture, identified what I've got in this bar graph here, that companies with a conscience, they are more profitable. This is the first point that I want to make in this presentation, is that companies with a conscience are more profitable. This blue line here represents $1 invested in 1993. The same dollar invested in 1993. This portfolio is a portfolio of highly sustainable, ethical, socially conscious companies. This portfolio is a company that just focuses on profit. This dollar in 1993 grew from $1 to $22.60 in 2010. Tremendous growth. This dollar, the low sustainable company, they grew also tremendously to $15.40. But as illustrated by Robert's analysis, the high sustainable company is almost 50% more profitable than the company that focused on only profit alone. Very impactful. Amazing. Ethical companies are also highly likely to become a desired place to work. John Mackey is the CEO of Whole Foods Market. He wrote a book about his company, and in that book, he discusses that one of the ways that he runs his company is to influence the leaders to think about the business by being conscious of its higher purpose, what it is there to accomplish. Not just making money, but how can it make a difference in lives of people that it interacts with. As a result, Whole Foods is one of only 13 companies in history to be on Fortune magazine's list of 100 best places to work since the list was created in 1998. This is incredibly powerful. People come to work here and they want to stay working here because of what he represents, because of his leadership and the values that the company pushes down to its employees and how they interact with each other and the community. The third thing that I'd like to emphasize is that others want to be partners with an ethical and socially conscious company. Paul Spiegelman, in his 2007 book about his company, the Beryl Group in Bedford, Texas, discusses that his company's client retention rate is 95%. 95%! Who has a client retention rate of 95% in any industry? He happens to be in a very tough industry to retain clients or employees, and he does both exceptionally well. But in any industry, 95% is incredibly difficult to achieve. So I asked him, I got to spend the day with him, and I asked him, how does he do this? You're the low-cost producer, you charge less, you undercut your competition. You have to be lowballing everybody. No, I'm not, he said. He actually charges a little more than what the industry average is, and his client retention rate is 95%. Why is that? I said, Paul, why is this? How can you be doing this? He said, Kim, the key driver is that it's a culture here built around caring for people, all people, through a total connection to their lives, caring for them through their total lives. Every aspect, I want to know about it. And he said, we encourage everyone to have deep, deep connections in the community. And third is very close relationships with customers and suppliers. Customers and suppliers. He almost does not differentiate between customers and suppliers. He treats them with equal respect. Very inspiring. I'm highly confident that the information and sources that I've discussed here with you today are going to adequately prove to you and inspire you that socially and culturally responsible companies are more profitable. They're apt to become desired places to work. And last, they're going to be companies that anyone else, customers and vendors, want to partner with. People are going to want to be involved with you, want to be associated with you if you adopt this type of culture. In closing, I would just like to say that there really does seem to be a visible attraction to companies that do focus their efforts on how they treat others and how they interact with the communities that they're involved with, that they come in contact with. A leader in any venue is described as someone that others want to follow and they're sought out by others. Companies that demonstrate care and intentional behavior with regard to the interactions of those they come in contact with, they're going to become leaders versus those that just illustrate an unbridled pursuit of more in whatever it is that they're doing. It's an investment in the future. It's a long-term commitment, but it does seem to work. Evidence seems to prove that it works. The focused ethical behavior and intent on displaying integrity. This creates customers, vendors, and employees. They all feel part of a team. They all feel part of a team with a purpose. Everyone involved, all of these groups, feel part of a family. And they feel as though they're working towards success as a group. This creates transparency and a vulnerability, which results in trust that is born from feeling comfortable. That kind of trust that you can only get whenever you allow yourself to feel vulnerable with someone else. More like a personal relationship. It's born of lack of politics as well, which we just don't see anymore in the corporate environment, in the business world. And there's also a true desire for everyone to succeed. I really appreciate you taking the time to be here and listen to my presentation today on a subject that I'm extremely passionate about. If you have any further comments or questions or need anything, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.